Hi, everybody. I'm Coach Lee with Action Coach Business Coaching, and it's my pleasure to have Valencia Griswold on the Spotlight interview today. And Valencia's business is Intricate Web Designs, which we're going to be hearing about today. And I just want to thank you for taking time to let us do the interview with you and let our listeners learn about what you do, what your business is, and a little bit about you personally, too. So I'm just going to dive right in, Valencia, and ask you to tell me about your business and how long have you been doing it?
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, thank you for having me. It's
Yes.
I appreciate this opportunity. Um, with that, Intricate Web Designs has been around for a little over 3 years now. I started Intricate Web Designs in the midst of the crazy COVID ordeal, which is still around, unfortunately.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
so with that, originally, my main service or product per se was to um, service the community or my community with web design services. Eventually, I decided to expand my horizons and do my research, and I was able to. Now I'm able to. I guess not. I guess, but I'm able to give my community and give my clients a little more. So
Mm-hmm.
I have products and services now that are centered around hosting, website security, and my client's favorite, the website builder, a website building option. So here I am.
Okay. Well, and I think probably, adding that security element, of course, just being in this web design business, it's like decor. You can't just keep the same thing for very long. You have to change. Maybe it's not like decor, but web design is always evolving. I don't think it's ever done, right?
No.
Like I would love to do some updates to my page always. So I feel like that's a good industry to be in terms of growth, and also I think it's a crowded industry, and a lot of people don't do the best job for the industry. So it sounds like you've got that figured out,
Yes, yes.
and good.
It's
So,
important to, it is a crowded industry,
uh-huh.
where you have to find your audience, you have to
Mm-hmm.
really hone in on your skills and go from there. Just
Right.
just keep that straight and narrow when it comes
Mm-hmm.
to your business. Yeah,
Makes sense.
yeah,
So, what's been the biggest learning curve since you started your business in your industry?
yeah. Learning my audience.
I love that. I'm
Yes,
glad that you said that was a learning curve, but it sounds like you figured it out.
absolutely. When I first started, I was so big on, okay, I'm going to build my clientele. I'm going to bring in the money. Who doesn't want to bring in revenue? Um,
Right.
I need to keep my clients, whatever the case may be. And I was so focused on that I didn't understand the importance of knowing who who I can serve, right? And who would
Mm-hmm.
benefit from my services. But I learned along the way with a lot of rejection and a lot of discouragement per se, that my audience does matter. And I had to hone in on it. And here I am.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's a
that was
smart,
the
it's a smart thing. I think sometimes when we start, we think, oh, we just want to serve everyone. But if we do that, we can serve no one.
right.
So
Exactly.
figuring out who your market is a brilliant move. It's one of the things we teach in Action Coach because it's so important. And I'm glad you've done that early on. So as far as your industry goes, what do most people misunderstand about it?
Yeah. Couple things, but I'm going to hone in on this idea. I believe that people put every web designer or web developer in one box per se.
Mm-hmm.
And every designer, every developer has their own approach to the process, So yeah, I think that's
Mm-hmm.
most misunderstood,
Yeah. You're
some
not
people,
like everybody else.
right, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
I love that. So as far as being an entrepreneur, what do you find is the hardest thing about being an entrepreneur?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah. Yeah, the hardest part and also your favorite part. Because, yeah.
The hardest part would have to be knowing when to say no. You know,
Mm,
if you really enjoy what you do and you really enjoy helping others reach their goals, per se, um, or add to their success or whatever the case may be, you know, you can, I know personally, I can put myself in a position where um, I sell myself short, right?
sure.
And, you know, so with that being said, I had to learn to draw those boundaries.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And that was difficult. It was. And but when it comes to what I enjoy most about being an entrepreneur, it would be pushing other my clients' dreams forward, pushing their initiative forward and knowing that, well, hopefully them knowing that I've been there. And
Uh-huh.
technically I'm still there, I'm still growing,
Sure.
So yeah, yeah, yeah.
I love that here you are in the IT world and you love the most about your business is pushing dreams forward. That is not an IT thing, is it?
Yeah,
But if you
technically
don't
no.
have it, it doesn't work. You
Right.
have to have, I love it.
Yes,
That's
yes.
awesome. And at the end of the day, if you can help someone achieve their dreams, I mean, what else better could you do? Can't think of
Right.
anything better.
Absolutely. Especially in this digital age, everything
Yeah.
is digitized, and
Mhm, mhm.
I'm there to help them understand that and let them know that they will not get left behind,
Yeah,
so
mhm. Yeah, and I think about Chat GPT. I'm sure it's influencing your industry too, and there's always going to be new and upcoming things that we have to accept. I mean,
yeah,
Chat GPT and AI is not going away. So how do we leverage that for our clients? How do we learn about it and make things better? And that's what every industry is about, is like, you know what? Here comes the next challenge, the next opportunity,
right,
right?
right.
Yeah, I love it. So as an entrepreneur, how do you start your day?
Yes. With coffee.
Sure, me
With coffee. Yes, I had mine before the podcast started. No, but honestly, I start my day off with coffee and also meditation,
too. Uh-huh.
prayer,
Yeah.
uh, going over, I go over my daily task, and I make sure that my tasks are what's the word? I don't want to say reachable, but realistic.
Mm-hmm.
I mentioned this earlier. I used to set these unrealistic expectations for me, and I'll be working until like 5 o'clock in the morning. Just wear myself out. I've learned
Right.
that.
Not
Uh,
sustainable. Not sustainable to do
no,
that.
not at
Mm-mm.
all. So yeah, I set my goals,
Mm-hmm.
and throughout the day, I make sure to um take out time for me. I may stop and turn on my favorite TV show or just sit and listen to music. I love listening to music.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I make sure to have that balance, but I make sure that my goals are reached or met at the end of the day.
I
So
love it. That's a very inspiring. And it's such a great habit to get into early on. I mean, if you think about it, as students, if we wake up and get ready, prepared for our day mentally with prayer, meditation, then
right,
okay, what do I need to do to prepare for class one and class two, and what's the priority, and how do I do that? So if we can teach students that, then it goes into the workplace, and then it goes into life. And
yes,
so I love that that's a practice that you're using that as a regular practice. So what makes you feel inspired? I know you mentioned music, but what inspires you, or what makes you feel inspired?
yeah. I would say having my support system. They have been there every step of the way,
Mm,
and um, they inspire me, they motivate me to keep going. They listen, they tell me when I'm right, they tell me when I'm wrong, and I appreciate that.
Mm,
That really inspires me to keep going, to not to look back, but just to
mm.
keep. So yeah.
Keep going. It sounds like your support system's pretty important to your success.
Yes, yes, everybody needs that.
Yeah.
There's that support, that circle. People came up with this new term, tribe. There we go.
Uh-huh.
Everybody, it needs their tribe, whether that's in the workplace or personal life.
Uh-huh.
uh, I believe that you need it,
Mhm.
so yeah.
Wonderful. So I'm sure you're a business book reader. What's your favorite business book and why?
Yes. My favorite business book, well, I'll say it's more so on the leadership side of things. It's entitled Greater Than Yourself.
Hmm.
Uh, it's by Steve Barber. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, I read this book while I was an infrastructure engineer at H&R Block. Um, I was early on in my career, and I always knew I wanted to go into entrepreneurship. Actually, I went into entrepreneurship shortly after I left there, but I always knew I wanted to, leadership was where I was heading, managing and all
Yeah.
that. So, um, uh, Greater Than Yourself is a great read for those who want to understand how to get others, get your clients, get your employees, wherever the case may be, where they want to be and not where you think they should be. And
Hmm.
it puts yourself, it allows you to put yourself in their position, um, while you were, well, it reminds you that you were once in their position per se. So,
Okay.
and it teaches you that you need to make your client, your employee, whatever the case may be, better than you were at that moment.
Ooh, I
So,
love that. So greater than
yeah,
yourself is about making others great.
yes, other
Oh,
than yourself,
that's
but others.
wonderful too. Oh, I
Yeah.
love that. Well, I have not heard the title of that book, so thank you for sharing that. I'll have to do some research on that. And hopefully others that are listening on the call will too. So when it's all said and done, what do you want people to know most about you?
Yeah. Um, that I'm human.
You mean you're not magic?
I'm not a robot, but I'm human,
Yes, yes.
I'm, I have a life, I have friends, I have family, I have hobbies, um, and I'm an entrepreneur, right? But
Mhm.
I'm human, and
Sure.
don't be afraid to reach out if you have questions or about your industry, about your website, or even any type of tech questions. I'm here. I'm human.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah.
In a technology world, and you're still human.
Yes. Believe it or not, some
I
AI
love
on the
it. I
rise.
love that. Well, I've had a wonderful time getting to know you a little bit, and I will say the entrepreneurs that I work with and that I interview, the ones that are focusing on betterment internally, it seems like they're the ones have the most successful business, and I see that in you. And and Brad Sugars is the founder of Action Coach, and he says, the more you learn, the more you earn, and you always have to be learning. You always
Yeah.
have to be learning because if we're not learning, we're dying. And I so believe that. And it's very apparent that that's something that's important to you that you do. So, how do people find you? What's the best way for people to find you,
Yeah.
Valencia Griswold?
Yes. They can reach me at 816-590-9417, or they can visit my website. My number's on there as well, or my business phone
Okay.
line. It's intricatewebdesigns.com. Um, yeah, and it's all on social media platforms,
Okay.
intricatewebdesigns.com. I mean,
Yeah, I know.
not
I know you're
web.
on LinkedIn,
Yeah.
and we will connect all of those ways to contact you will be below in the social media posts where this interview is being seen too. So, and I love the name of your company, by the way, Intricate Web Design. That's nice.
Thank you. Thank
What?
you. During the process, I guess, startup process, or planning process, I I wanted a name that rung a bell. you
Mhm.
know,
Yeah.
that was different. Get explained um what I know for my business to be, you know, or would be at that time because I was in the development stages. And I get so many compliments.
Yeah, I like it. I'm thinking, intricate business coaching. I mean, it could be,
Yeah.
it really does say a lot about what follows it, I think. So, well, it's been great interviewing you. And you're Valencia Griswold, and your business is Intricate Web Designs, and you can be reached through all different ways, and we'll post those and LinkedIn and social media. My name is Lee Gray, and I'm with Action Coach Business Coaching, and it has been a pleasure to interview Valencia for the Business Spotlight. Thank you. I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.